it's cold, and it's bleak, and it's raining. But never mind. You know why I'm so happy this morning? Because it is Wednesday. And what happens on a Wednesday? Lottery. And I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna win it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my victory dance. Victory dance tonight, 10 o'clock. Come on! Let it be me. Everybody have a good day. Neighbours, why? Just because you're in the trade. Why shouldn't you wear something decent? Shavars on the morning. Always want to smell nice. Don't have to be labelled wear work clothes. You can wear whatever you want, kids. Stockbroker spends £2,000 on a suit. Why can't a plumber? You should never judge people by a label, because they're not a label, they're a person. So if you feel comfy in wearing whatever you want, you can wear whatever you want. Tip of the day. So the moral of the story is, I like my clothes, but I'll ask, if you've ever seen my videos, she's not very clever with a cooker. So can you imagine what she's like with a washing machine? She shrinks all my clothes so I won't throw them away, so I'll wear them for work. Money saving tip. Forgot to give you a preview of what we did yesterday on the finished. So I'll do a quick run through before we start today. So this is how far we got yesterday. All boarded. All ceiling boarded. Skim it all today. Over 700 screws in the ceiling. So if it cracks, it's not down to us. Then we've had to move all the furniture outside, and then we'll cover it up with some plastic, because you cannot skim with that in the room. For the door frame, I'm putting the 762, so this frame's oversized, so I do it at 766, and then you can trim door, a mill trim, and by the time they've painted it, it'll fit nicely. There'll be a nice equal gap all the way around it. So you just cut it out. I've done that with my circular, and then just chisel it, get a sharp chisel, just gently prise it off. Right, so you just make sure that's smooth, slot your wood up to it, bang it in. I like to get some nice centre screws, straight in nice and tight. You want that end flush there. Make sure it's pushed up. I'm using 3" for them. Then what we do, we just ball that up into that, bang that into, make sure it's flush, screw that in, and then I'm going to put a little trimmer at the bottom there. So what I've done, I'm going to go straight off that with my frame. That'll be enough for an arc there, so you don't have to skim it. And then I've measured across there, so you measure the full width for your frame, and then I've set it back, cut that off in a straight line, put your batten up so it's solid, and then that frame will fix in solid and it won't move. And then when the door's slamming or all like that, the frame's not going to move. Be nice, firm, solid. Then I just use this, and I just cut along that line, nice and neat, straight down, take my time with it, cut that line out, and then that door frame will just fit in there. It'll be like magic. That's it. Right, so once I've got my frame in, some spacers in there, some nice screws straight in there, straight through there. Make sure that this frame's solid. Do you know what I mean? Wants to be solid. Make sure that it's bang level. I don't like stuff out of level. Do you know what I mean? Even though we could lose it with the door, it's easier if there's no bows in it and it's level. See what I mean? And same with this side, no bows in it and it's level. No gap between level. Nicely over there. Then I fill my gap with my mega stick. Then I trim that off, board it, put some insulation in there first, just for the sound. And then there we have it, door frame ready for someone to hang. But it's solid, level, plumb. Never ever trust an house, because look at this. This is what new builds tend to have. Look at that. Keep that. See, you can never trust the house. Look at the gaps. Look at the gaps there. On the bubbles. Look at different. I haven't even tried. Look how level that is. So when you pull that level, look at that. Show the level at the bottom there. That's what I do. That's why I like to board it myself. Whenever I do it, I like to board it myself. I'm not much good at skimming, to be honest. I can't even skim. But boarding, I can board. And I board it level. Not hard to use the level. That's all we ask. 20 minutes. See how nicely it's cut off. Cut off and it just fills the gap. Now we just board straight over that. We're going to put some insulation in there now. Once we've packed that up, because there's no point trying to insulate this for sound if you leave gaps. Every gap wants foaming, packing in. Then that board, slot straight on there, like that. We've got enough for skim, and then architrave will go on. Skim, architrave, beautiful. Ready for plastering. You always can tell how everything's straight just by looking up that line there. You see, equal gap all the way up. Beautiful. Solid, don't swing off that. It's about out 25 mil. So these are all the drills I've got. To that, plasterboard one so you can't screw through, cordless. Another cordless, which I never use because it's a pain in the ass, keeps jamming. That sometimes I use. This is my favourite. This is my favourite drill. That's a little 7 miller for inside cabinet units. That's a bigger chisel drill. That's a wide chisel drill. Wide chisel drill. Then that's a right angle drill. And then this is a little DeWalt set which I use for kitchens. And then that is my core drill. So as you can see, I have a wide selection of drills. We're going to alter that mains cold feed coming into the property. Then we're going to have to alter the hot and colds. So we're just going to chop all that off there and then transfer it over to here. This section here. Firstly, I'm going to cut the floor up. See how I've cut neatly? And then we're just going to bob it up so it can go back down. Gas pipe there, we'll have to get capped off because that's behind the dishwasher. And we don't want that compression behind there. So that'll get capped off. And then I'll clean that wall up and then we'll put all those fixings on it. Come straight underneath house there, boom, straight down there, straight up there. All we need to do is cut it off there, turn it off outside, bring it up there and reroute it. Done. I've drilled over here in this corner because ideally it would have been nice there, but you can't drill at a 4-inch hole with a joint support above it because you're taking all the brick out. It's pointless. So we've moved it down here and put it there instead. That way it's miles away from them joists, so it won't affect the support. It doesn't hit that row of bricks there. Nice and tidy. Corb it straight through it. When you're drilling an hole, even though this is only for the fan, always drill it on a slight slant like that, because then when the condensation builds up in the pipe, it can run out of here instead of falling back into the fan. Slight, like that, make a world of difference for the condensation running. Tip. So these 14 mil hole bit, right? I'm going to show you how loose this is going to be with this. So this for that. And then that, see it, little drill, it's nice compact. that one, right, I'm going to put this plug in. The other one, I put the other plug in, and we'll see how loose it is. One with firm, one without. I glue this plug in to make sure that it don't go nowhere. People are saying that you don't need to do this. So one, I'm going to glue in, yeah? Then the other one, 14mm all bit. What I says, now watch this. See how loose that is? I glue this plug in to make sure that it don't go nowhere. People are saying that you don't need to do this. So one, I'm going to glue in, yeah? Then the other one, 14mm all bit. What I says, now watch this. See how loose that is? Look at that. See how, what's that about then? These clinker block walls, they're just loose. So when you tighten that in, all that's going to do is push that in, and it's going to keep twisting, and it's going to make it all bigger. You put that glue in, once that glue sets, when you put that in, it's going to be solid, and that plug's not going to be able to pull out. Screw that even further. So it's in, and it's still, see how loose it is? Do you know what I mean? I can push that in and pull it out. So you're always better, especially on your fisher bolts, to glue them in. So we've got it in. They're going to loop round, chrome isolator there. We're going to go straight into the wall, straight down there. We're going to get a little bottle trap first. See where this trap comes, because we don't want to hit it with his pipes, and bring them out closest to that. These you got to just loop round nicely and gently. You can't kick them. You can't kink them. And that's all we can do. And then I'll just isolate there. And then there you go. There's a little sink. Hide all that pipe work. Just a trap. Boom, straight out there. Bolted on the wall. If we didn't bolt them, stick them bolts in. If someone leant on that strong enough, it could pull them bolts out, because these are only, look, it's only a breeze wall. When you drill into them, they just shatter. So if you don't glue it back in, it's not solid. Right, end of today. All skimmed. Framing there. Took all that carpet out now. Got room to work. Sussed out what we're doing with the plumbing there.